Good morning, friends and Bitcoiners. Welcome to another episode of BCN Crypto Kickoff. I'm going to be your host. My name is Mr. Clifford T. Mitchum, and I am the Educational Director for BitcoinCrypto.news, an aggregation website where we bring in all the articles from all over the internet about Bitcoin and crypto and bring them out to you. So if you also have an article that you'd like us to put up, or make sure it gets circulated, send it over. We'll get that set up. This show is sponsored by Crypto Quick. Crypto Quick itself is a directory and resource to find local businesses that accept cryptocurrency. If you have not claimed or created your listing, be sure to get with them. Do that and let them know that you saw them on BCN Crypto Kickoff. So that way they know that everyone is finding you from going on this show. So, everybody out in Instagram land, welcome and thank you. Nice to see you out there. Thanks for joining us, Mr. C. Popillo. All right. Chris, always a pleasure. And we got in the chat Mr. Paul Rouleau. Thank you for coming out, sir. Always good to have you stopping by. You are the rock that we love out here in the YouTube land. All right, so with that said, let's go ahead and get started with our crypto shout outs. We got a crypto shout out going out to Crypto Coins News Club. Thanks for sharing, liking, and posting the show. We appreciate you sending that out there. Big crypto shout out, my man Eugene, his lovely wife Sam over at Bitcoin and Coffee. Always great to hear you guys do a shout out for the show. Love catching you all. They come on before this show on Mondays, and they also do a Wednesday show at 8 a.m. and a Saturday show in the evening. Just catch them for Bitcoin and Brew. So thank you all for doing that. So with that all said, let's go ahead and begin by going over our disclaimer. This show is for informational purposes only, and educational purposes only, and is not financial or investment advice. For financial advice, please speak with a licensed professional. So with all that, let's go ahead and get into what's been going on in Bitcoin. Last week, Bitcoin started off the week at $4,000.33, finishing out the week at $3,820.41. That is a $179.92 drop, or 4.5% decrease. About half of what I expected. I expected a little bit larger swing, closer to about the 10% range, but 5% halfway there. It's just kind of like the last dead cat bounce for the year. Everybody just kind of do a quick take for everything as they get their books settled up. Again, nothing huge. The key thing to look at in this chart are the quick rises and the quick falls. Just whale moves. I mean, I like to attribute it to institutional players, but there's no guarantee that it is them. It's really not important as far as who it is, as much as recognizing what's going on. Somebody that has a lot of money is jumping in this space, playing with the numbers, and jumping back out. It could likely even be high frequency traders, bots doing all sorts of stuff. I don't know. It's really not too relevant as far as who is doing it. The thing is that they're doing it. So keeping that in mind as far as whenever we see this activity, it's not a natural occurrence. It's somebody that's doing a pump and moving the market more than the market going naturally on its own. Because whenever those players move out, you can see the ebbs and flows that we typically would expect from the hodlers and traders that are in the crypto space. So nothing too crazy. Finishing out the year, we got the last day of 2018, the bear market of 2018 finally coming to a close. Although I really don't see why everybody's so upset about the bear. Everything's on sale. The fundamentals of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is the infrastructure that's been built over this year. And that was only capable by having these low values in terms of fiat. But the value of Bitcoin is still the same value of Bitcoin. In fact, it's increased because you have more merchants and more regulatory bodies and more infrastructure built around it. So the crypto future, in my opinion, is solid. All right. So let's take a look at what was going on in Bitcoin last year in the week just passed. That's the week of December 23rd through December 29th. And it started out the week last year in 2017 at $14,391.30, finishing out the week at $14,656.20, a $264.90 gain, or 1.8% increase. So, again, even last year, not much is going on at the end of the year. You have a little blip of a jump, but I mean the overall percentage, 1.8%. You know, nothing to worry about. You know, it's just something that we have. You know, the basics. Everybody's just covering their tail, getting everything rounded out, and planning their position for next year. The big thing is getting your game plan together. We're about to have the new year. New things are coming, and it's going to be the new quarter. Funds are going to be opened up again. We're going to have more introduction and more influence from the financial backers, particularly for the things that are coming in the coming quarter. So keep that in mind. Don't get too flushed about everything that's going on, but make a plan, stick to the plan, have discipline. Know that the plan's gonna have to change a little bit, but the main thing is knowing what to do beforehand rather than trying to scramble and missing an exit point or an entry point into a particular currency. So we have a new joiner in the chat, Mr. Smooth Talking Hank. Pleasure to see you out there, bud. Thanks for joining us here at Bitcoin BCN Crypto Kickoff. Wow, I can't get my own show name right. How crazy is that? Well, anyway, let's take a look at what's going on next week, last year in Bitcoin. So last year, next week, last year was the week of December 30th going through January 5th. Now it started out that week at $12,897.70. And then finished out that week at $17,429.50. That's a $4,531.80 gain or 35.1% increase. Now, this is part of that bounce that I was referring to. Everybody finished out their books, got new introduction, shot the price up, shot the fiat valuation of cryptocurrency up. However, this was the highest that Bitcoin had been for the rest of the year for 2018. We never saw numbers again for the rest of the year. So when you look at Bitcoin historically, you get the quick bounce in January, and then it drops. And you have they say the Chinese New Year. You say people just planning and moving around. There's many different activities that are going on. It's never just one thing that's truly moving the market space. It's a combination of several factors. But the Chinese New Year can be one of them. Just the fact that it's a new year can be another one. It's a new quarter, it's another one. All of these things play a role. The thing to keep in mind is that there's a quick bounce and then it drops. All right, so if you can plan for that, you can anticipate that, you can profit off that. The coming year is going to be a little bit different because we have the back that's coming in towards the end of January 24th. Now, with the back coming in, and you also have an introduction of greater trading fluidity coming into the market. Liquidity, that's a better word to use. Better trading liquidity. On top of that, you have the NASDAQ futures trading that's also going to be coming online around that time. So we can expect to see not too much of a lull. Personally, I'm looking to go ahead and get some more crypto at the beginning of the year, wait for that bounce over that week, or see if there's any chance for a 35% jump, exit, and come back in on the following week. Just my personal little bit of trading activity. But the main thing is anticipate it. It's going to go up real quick, real fast, then dip down, and then I would expect to see around the Bach time another jump on the way up as more of the infrastructure settled in, and then it really is given the anticipation this is going to be a growing and gangbusters year for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. With the stuff that's coming in, like from the back, from the NASDAQ trading, with that infrastructure is actually starting to get put into action. So 2020 is going to be everything's rolling and everything's set. And I would expect to see a bigger bounce there. But 2019 is a great building year. And I really don't expect this bear market to continue through that. So with that said, let's jump into our quarterly activity. So for Q4 of 2017, Bitcoin did this last year, started off October 1st, $4,395.81, finishing out the quarter on December 31st at $14,156.40. That is a $9,760.59 gain, or 222% increase for that quarter. Again, last year was a gangbusters year. It was a great growth year, and just we couldn't have hoped for better numbers. Maybe we could have hoped for, but we couldn't. Everything fell into place. It was looking lovely. All right, so the big fervor was going on. This year was not the same as that. But what you can see is the growth over the end of the quarter. Tremendous activity, tremendous, incorporation of people coming in. And just we're not quite seeing that, just how this year is, but this has been a building year, that retracement. So hopefully we can get more to that next year. So now, rather than looking at our quarter to date, which we normally do, we're going to look at what's going on in the first quarter next year. So starting at January 1st, going through March 31st. Last year, Bitcoin started off at $13,625, finishing out that quarter at $6,973.53. That was a $6,651.47 drop, or 48.8% decrease. Tremendous pitfall, just going off that, which is why having a game plan is one of the key factors in making sure that you can do the best profit taking and the most educated anticipation of the performance. Just looking at the overall swing, taking in terms of not just the weeks, but in the quarters. How's this quarter going to end up? Because that's how a lot of businesses and corporations, that's the way their activity has to flow in terms of quarters, because they have to do profit actions and, book, accounting stuff, all the numbers calculations. So that decrease that we saw, again, we see that the first week of January was the highest week, and then just didn't get any better from that. So we can anticipate something close to that. A good performance at the beginning, but a drop off towards the end of the first portion of that quarter. Now that quarter did get its lowest point in early February. So that we're going to probably see the opposite with the stuff that we have going into place for the coming introduction of the legacy markets into the crypto space. So anticipate just the activities and be prepared to make moves as these fluctuations happen. And that way you can get as close to the top as you can, or as close to the bottom as you can. Remember the principle of crypto: buy low, sell high. If you sell it all, I understand Bitcoin maximalists might be offended by that statement, but if somebody's looking to actually make some gains off of the fiat fluctuations, hey, who am I to go against somebody that's trying to make a buck? I'm trying to do the same thing. So be out there, anticipate that. So looking at what was going on for the end of the quarter this year, I mean, this is the last day of it. For Q4, we started out at $6,590.34, and then finishing out the quarter, $3,820.41. That is a $2,769.93 drop, or 42% decrease. So we had a drop in our quarter. Last year, after this quarter, they had the bounce. Last year they had a jump in the quarter. So we can kind of see a fluctuation and a flip between an inverse activity going on between last year and this year. So I think something similar is going to happen for the coming quarter. But the thing to keep in mind is the influence of the legacy markets. They're going to be moving more and more into the crypto space. And we're going to see more correlation between what they're doing in the legacy stock market, NASDAQ and the like, and what's going on in the crypto space. What we've seen lately has been when the markets are down, crypto's up. And then when crypto's down, the markets are up as they're moving funds between one market and the other. Expect to see more activity like that. Also, anticipate what's going on with the futures market. If the futures market is starting to feel that they're not seeing a good future in cryptocurrency, anticipate that. It's something that somebody can look in and know that it's going to make the field soft. So it might be a good project development phase for projects that are coming into the market, or looking into some new projects that might be a great deal on if the legacy traders aren't really feeling the crypto space. The main thing is, as long as we're getting in early and we're hodling through, we can do well. Just as far as anticipation of people that see the future of cryptocurrency, the more of them that come in, the better it's really going to be overall, just because it's adding more liquidity and more fiat dollars and pulling that away from the legacy space. So, several different ideas and several different potential realities that can come about from that. The main things to keep in mind is futures activity is going to play an influence, and legacy market activity is also going to play an influence. So we have to start incorporating that. Nobody likes to look at the mainstream media in the crypto space, and I fully understand that. But putting our head in the sands is not the best course of action. All right. We do have a new joiner in the chat, Ms. NQ Rahman. Thanks for joining in and checking us out. Dropped you a little wave on that on our Instagram. So, with that, let's go ahead and jump into our top stories for last week. The first one's coming in as Wall Street is backing out of crypto. This came across our Twitter feed from CCN. Crypto, shout out to CCN for a great article. You know, this article, the headline's really misleading. The point of the article is that companies opened up crypto desks and they've got crypto projects going on, but they failed to really do anything with those projects. So just because it's just the fun, you know, this article, it's a good article to see what kind of information is being put out there. They put a sensational headline out there that says that Wall Street's getting out of crypto, but when you actually read it, it's saying that they've actually put in the infrastructure. They haven't used it. They've got to turn a phrase that's going to offend, the gun cocked and ready to go, but they haven't fired it off yet. So the article is implying that because they haven't fired off or done anything with it, that they're moving out of the crypto space. This couldn't be further from the truth. All of these players have positioned themselves to take advantage of the introduction of legacy markets into the crypto space, whether it's the ETF, whether it's the block trading activity, whether it's the futures market. They've got their crypto desk set, ready to go, and they're going to be ready to jump in and take advantage of it. So be ready to take advantage of it yourself, which you already are if you're watching this. So great job on you. But the article, you got to read more into anything. Don't just take it on a headline. Our next article is the Indian government could possibly legalize cryptocurrencies, but with tough terms and conditions attached, a new report suggests. This is an article coming to us from CoinDesk. And it goes through and saying interdisciplinary committee set up by the government to investigate cryptocurrencies is not in favor of an outright ban. Basically, it's saying that they're looking to loosen the blockade on crypto and that everyone should expect regulation. This was given by an anonymous source that got a chance to sit in on the meetings and just get a feel of what's going to be happening. I truly believe that India is going to be a huge player in the crypto space, just like Africa is going to be a huge player. China also going to be a huge player. The reason that I feel this is going to be true, they have such a large percentage of impoverished people. From a first world standpoint, they have a lot of people that are living on hundreds of dollars a year. With a little bit of cryptocurrency and that introduction on the open market and the global space that the crypto space takes up, the gains that people see in that is life changing for them. So it can raise people up out of poverty. The paradigm shift is so evident, particularly in these three countries, that it's just going to be a boom. It just has to happen. So the friendlier they are with crypto, the bigger that boom's going to be. India itself has just been really tepid about getting into it, and that's fine. They can do whatever they want to do. But the thing is, anticipate what they're going to do, so that way everybody can be prepared to take advantage of it. Our next article, Coinbase gives centralized institutions influence over decentralized currency. That came to us from BCN Crypto. Crypto, shout out to you. Coinbase accepted money from a venture capitalist firm and has provided tremendous value returns for that investment. Uh, Further noting in this article that Coinbase growth and performance has caused it to grow closer to governmental institutions, although to Coinbase's credit, it was only due to court order that they became more compliant with that. So you have a central venture capitalist firm that has an equity stake in Coinbase, and okay, so they're a financier. They're not. It's a 7% margin, a 7% equity stake. So they're getting funds, but they're not on the board. They're not influencing the activities of Coinbase and what it's doing. Coinbase is doing a lot just for introduction and making it quick and easy and simple for people to enter the crypto space. The KYC does make people nervous because they're worried about what can happen as far as repercussions. Because anybody that's trading $20,000 or more, their information is automatically sent to the IRS. So that was again due to a court ruling that they followed, that they complied with, rather than Coinbase being like some other cryptocurrency, Ripple, and jumping in bed with the banks and financial institutions. The whole idea of cryptocurrency is to bypass the banks, bypass the financial institutions, keep funds peer to peer, you and I, me and you, me and the next guy, not between the overseers. So they do have an influence, but I don't think that the influence that those centralized institutions have, short of the IRS, is truly influential over their overall activity. So, well, again, a little bit misleading a headline, but it was worth note because it was passed around a bit by many of you out there in the space. Our next article: Visa acquires Ripple partner Earthport for $250 million. Now, Earthport is a British cryptocurrency processing company, and basically, this is showing that Visa is looking to get into the crypto space, not by creating their own network, but by taking a network and growing that, which is typical of many corporations. They generally, if they can, buy up a company and then use that rather than putting their development and research into something new, which, hey, it is what it is. So, main thing to keep in mind on that is this is proof of the viability of the open ledger. When you have the legacy markets, the legacy financial institutions actually getting into the crypto space, into blockchain, is just showing that the potential of the technology. Now, just because they're doing all this doesn't mean that they're supporting Bitcoin, because they're not. Blockchain is the technology. Bitcoin is the use of the technology. So they may use the technology just in their terms behind the scenes, but it just shows the influence that blockchain can have in the legacy and traditional markets. So keep an eye on all that. And our final article says we are looking to integrate cryptocurrencies into mainstream football in the near future. Near future, says Guy Hirsch of eToro. Liberium, a cryptocurrency, has paid a deposit to purchase a Spanish football team, soccer for those Americans, uh, to further expand crypto adoption. All right, eToro also launched partnerships with 7 English clubs, and Dimecoin in the U.S. is connected with a soccer club as well. So it's just showing that the crypto space is focusing on getting that mass adoption. People can get more comfortable. We also, not in this article, but we saw Litecoin that sponsored a UFC fight. People are seeing cryptocurrency all over the place. The more they see it, the more they're going to look into it, the more they're going to start adopt it, the more expansion that we're going to see overall. So this is great for everyone. Rising tide raises all ships. I'd like to see, and my fingers are crossed, that they'll start having admission of concessions, apparel, all sold for cryptocurrency rather than just being a nameplate and naming rights for a team or just putting a patch on a shirt. So great to see more growth and everything coming in from that. So now, if there's an article that you find is important that we didn't cover well enough or we should be covering, by all means, send it out to us over our social media, direct message, whatnot, and we'll get that out there for you all. Now, we also have a segment for our BCN 1 Minute With, where we give you a chance to get information and look into various projects in the wonderful world of the crypto space. There's some 2,060 cryptocurrencies, down from 2,100. So we are starting to see some cryptocurrencies falling off, but we do have a lot of growth in the crypto space, a lot of new projects that do have many viable courses and many viable utilization cases. So with that, Monday we did the show. On Tuesday was Christmas. I didn't work. I hung out and chilled with some family and friends. On Wednesday, though, we put out archive 1 minute with for Cardano, which is distributed computing, which is a project for distributed computing and settlement of cryptocurrency. Check out that video and be sure to pass it around and like it. Thursday, we went over Zcash, which is a privacy-focused cryptocurrency, so that way you can keep everything anonymous and maintain that traditional principle of cryptocurrency and keeping it peer-to-peer, you and me, nobody else needs to know. And then on Friday, we finished out the week with EOS, and they are a cryptocurrency platform focused on dApps and corporations, and not so much currency, but as much as just utilization, for credits and moving things around. So check out that video, learn more about them, see how that's working out for them as a project and for you as an investment idea. So be sure to keep up to date with that. We work on getting a video out every day, and except Monday because generally I'm doing the show, but maybe I'll get one out there too. The idea is to put a new video and an archive video, archive video, but we'll see how well I can do that once the year starts growing and I still got a day job. All right. So thanks for checking those out. Be sure to like, share. If you have a project that you'd like us to feature, reach out. A little donation goes a long way. And Bitcoiners of Southwest Florida, they're going to be meeting this Thursday, as they meet every Thursday, the first Thursday of the month at the Butterfly Estates, 6 p.m. Now, they are the largest meetup here in Southwest Florida. A bunch of crypto enthusiasts all get together to discuss crypto and what's going on in the crypto space. So that way you don't have your friends like, oh my gosh, she's talking about crypto again. Come talk to people that can appreciate it and can also put in information and, good conversation on cryptocurrency. And, let me jump back a second. I missed my crypto shout outs to our people that were sharing our BCN 1 minute with. We have a crypto shout out going out to Brandon Davis. Thank you for liking and sharing the videos. Corrales Gustas, thank you for liking the videos and sharing them. And EOS Venezuela, thank you for liking and sharing the videos. Keep up the good work. Jumping back. All right. So to get in touch with the Bitcoins of Southwest Florida, you can reach them through the Bitcoin meetup, or just reach out to me directly by messaging this show or finding me on social media. So now, the best resource that we do provide are our live courses. Our Bitcoin 101 helps people that are brand new to crypto space, helps you open your accounts, learn how to research, see what's going on and what to do. Our Bitcoin 201 goes through and helps somebody that goes to the next step, building a portfolio, diversifying that portfolio, getting on new exchanges. We show you the ropes on those. Bitcoin 301 gets the actual trading strategies and how to actually profit and make an income, if somebody would like, with cryptocurrency. And 302, which further expands on the principles and strategies that are built on 301. If you're interested in any of those courses, reach out and we can go ahead and do a one-on-one session, or we can do a group session. They are by appointment only, so make an appointment there. And you can find us on various social media, Steam it, DTube, Facebook, YouTube, some of the up-and-coming social media sites, Minds, Tribes. We do have our BitTube channel up and running now. Reach out to us. We have our referral links you can find in the description. If you're looking to get onto Binance, Cryptopia, Coinbase, please use the links below. That way they recognize that we're helping you get into the crypto world. And we are open to donations. Anybody would like to drop a couple Satoshi into the fund to maintain the show and expand the show? We always welcome that. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Crypto Quick. Claim your listing, find local businesses that accept cryptocurrency. And the number one thing to keep in mind when you are getting into the crypto space for Bitcoin, you've got to risk it for the biscuit. Be careful, do your research, but look into it. See if it's something that works out for you. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. Mr. Paul Rouleau, Smooth Talking Hank, C. Papillo, NQ Rahman. It's always great to have all of you here checking out the show. Be sure to tell your friends, family. We do the show on Mondays, 9 a.m. And if you got to catch a replay, appreciate it for catching the replay. See if you can catch the show live. You have a good one. Have a great week and have fun in the crypto space. Happy New Year. Hope you had a happy Christmas and good with family and friends. Hope Hanukkah went well for everybody that had Hanukkah a couple weeks ago. I guess Kwanzaa's over too. Out there, a happy Kwanzaa. May think it's going to be a great year. Great things are coming. Have a plan. Move forward so you can get those great expectations. Have that way they can come true. Have a good one.